ask you, when prominent Democratic voices like Maureen Dowd and David Axelrod and Van Jones and others are so critical of Joe Biden, and of course he is struggling cognitively, I can't think of, in the last couple of months, any appearance that he has had where he wasn't either mumbling or bumbling or stumbling or having no clue where to go, where to exit. Now, my question is, do you think in 11 months he will be their candidate?
I personally don't think he makes it. Okay, I haven't said that. I'm saving it for this big town hall. I personally don't think he makes it. I think he's in bad shape physically. Do you remember when he said, I'd like to take him behind the barn? If he took me behind the barn and I went like this, I believe he'd fall over. I believe he'd fall over. Who knows? Who knows? But it was okay. And by the way, it was okay for him to say that. He said, I'd like to take him behind the... He could say that and everyone thought it was so cute. If I ever said it, they'd say, he's a dictator. He's a horrible human being. You know, it's a whole double standard we have, and not only in the law, but just about everything else, as you know very well. I personally don't think he makes it physically. I watched him at the beach. He wasn't able to lift a beach chair, which is meant for children to lift. You can lift it like that. And mentally, I would say he's possibly equally as bad and maybe worse, but I don't know. I will say this, he's got vicious people surrounding him around that beautiful Oval Office. There are people in that Oval Office that are evil people, bad people, smart people, young, vicious, they're communists and they're bad.
Who do you think would replace him then?
Well, I saw one person on who I actually had a very good relationship with, but I'm sure that it would end very quickly. I saw him in your debate the other night, and he's slick, but he's got no facts. You know, he's got no facts. I thought he did well, considering...
You're talking about Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, considering that he didn't have the facts, I thought he did well. You know, he said, we have the lowest taxes in the country. We have the cleanest streets in the country. And I'm saying, wait a minute, is he talking about the same place? So he'd certainly be one. I guess they say that Kamala would be the one, the odds to beat. Because they say if they didn't give it to her, the African...
Promised, as Jim pointed out, that we beat Big Pharma, that charges more for prescription drug prices in America than anywhere else in the world. The same company, the same prescription. And we did. $35 a month insulin for seniors instead of $400 a month or more. As Jim pointed out, we tried to make that $35 available to everybody, but the Republicans blocked us. But with our vote in 2024, we're going to make it happen for everyone. Everyone. As Jim pointed out-of-pocket costs for seniors for all their prescriptions will soon be capped at $2,000 a year, even for expensive cancer drugs that cost $10,000, $12,000, $15,000 a year. I protected and expanded the Affordable Care Act, giving millions of families over $800 in premiums and protecting their care from pre-existing conditions. And, by the way, basically doubling the Pell Grants was another issue, but that's... Look, today, more Americans, more black Americans have health insurance than ever in history. A promise made and a promise kept. I promised to help ease accumulated student debt for millions of folks carrying during the crisis of the pandemic. The Supreme Court blocked me, but it didn't stop me. I found another way to help more than 3.7 million people, teachers, nurses, police officers, firefighters, with $130 billion in relief, and causing the economy to grow faster as a consequence of that. And another 25,000 people a month, beginning next month, are going to start to get their student loans forgiven because they're getting notified with a letter from me, you're about to get that relief. Because of their public service. So they can follow their dreams, start a business, buy a home, start a family. And I'm not done.